All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Plethora Show. You're here with Binky and the Banana Boys, and we just want to thank you for watching our show. I'm Binky. These are the Banana Boys.
I don't know this bit. I don't get this bit. What's
Yeah, apparently we're the Banana Boys now. Okay.
I don't know.
Binky
I
and the
mean,
Banana Boys? Let's go. I am Magic Finger.
All
I
right.
have cat named DiGiorno.
I'm Alex King Rose.
I'm Derringer.
Derringer is in Texas. So is Alex. Anyways, hello
Yeah.
guys. Welcome back. Hello DiGiorno. Look how cute he is, bro. He's so fat.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I love unnamed restaurant fast food nuggets. We're not giving them sponsors.
I was the bit, the McDonald's bit. Welcome back, everybody. I am we are here. I am in a new place. Y'all want to see the garbage can I made? First off, just to get the.
Yeah.
I made this.
Let's see it.
Fair to
So
see it.
this is my setup right now. I made this garbage can out of cardboard and duct tape. This is a box, and then this is what I'm using for my mic. That's my setup.
Your
Because
microphone.
a bunch of nice men came in and
Nice.
took all the stuff I owned and shipped it to Japan. It only weighed like 2,000
Damn.
pounds though, which sucks.
What?
Yeah, I don't have like anything. I guess I don't know. It's very disappointing.
I don't know how much things are supposed to weigh.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into it. Darren, let's hear about your week. Sorry.
Yeah. So it was a pretty interesting week for me. Yeah, last weekend I got to go on a deer capture out of South Texas. I know we all had mentioned that on the last podcast.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun. So yeah, we went. It was about a 10-hour drive from where I live because we were way down by McAllen area. But yeah, we were on this pretty big ranch there, and then both Saturday and Sunday morning, we got up really early because you had to go set up a processing station before the sun rose. So we had to get up at like 4 in the morning for that.
Jeez.
Yeah, once the sun came up and it was bright enough, helicopter started flying, and so the way the helicopter works is there's someone hanging out the side with a net gun, and they shoot a net out at the deer. And then the first day I was working on the capture crew. So me and a few other people, we went out on the side-by-side ATVs. But the deer are already hobbled when we get there because there's just one other guy who would go and hobble the deer's legs so they can't kick us whenever we go to pick them up.
Yeah.
As rightfully so, they are pretty pissed off after being shot with the net.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was my job on the first day, was just going back and following the helicopter around, listening for the sound of the net gun, and then picking up these massive deer and bringing them back to the processing station just as quickly as possible.
And that's where you
yeah,
cut the head
so
off?
nah, we try to just minimize as much time we spend with them. It's a pretty streamlined process. From the time they get shot with the net gun to the time they're released back into the wild is only about 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have the vets and the biologists back at the processing station. They take all the samples they need to test for disease, and then once all that's done, all the nets get untangled, the hobbles get removed, and then they just run back into the brush, and then they're free to go.
That's
But
awesome.
it's a pretty chaotic process altogether. It was just really cool, just getting to follow around in the helicopter and going back and picking up these massive deer. The biggest buck we picked up was 200 something pounds, I think. So, yeah. And then the release, I also got to spend some time working on the release crew, which is where, like I said earlier, you untangle the nets and release them back into the brush.
Yeah.
That one's probably the most dangerous just because by that point, the deer are pretty pissed off. They're just kicking
Yeah.
and trying to get out. So
Damn.
overall, it was a pretty fun weekend, though. I was really glad to take part in that. And then let's see, this week, I also had to go to this banquet type thing for a scholarship that I won, so that was pretty fun. I had to put on a
Nice.
suit, which I haven't worn a suit in Jesus since I can't even remember last time. So that's pretty interesting. Because I know Colby, you had been talking about the Marine Ball on the last episode, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was.
You two and your balls,
Yeah.
man.
Dude. Well, he went to a banquet. Dude.
Oh, he
It's
went to a
different.
banquet.
I went to a ball. I've been to
Colby
multiple
loves
balls.
balls.
I do like balls. They are pretty fun.
Yeah.
You
God,
like balls?
Alex, what else do you do there? how was the banquet? Did you drink or what?
Oh, it was a school event, so
Ah.
yeah, it was, and plus it was crowded as fuck. So, which I mean, it wasn't like exactly school, or I mean, it was school related, but it was also like really formal. Plus, we're there for like all of the scholarship donors were there, so that's why we had to dress up and just say thank you, shake hands, things like that.
That's crazy. I'm not doing that. I'm never thanking anybody for anything again. Like if I go to a college and like these people donate money, no, get away.
Mhm.
I'll use my
You're not gonna
keyboard.
write
Dude,
a
I
thank you
feel
letter.
you.
Fuck
I'm
you.
never thanking anybody for something I didn't ask them to do. Like, I will never say thank you for your service to a veteran.
Do I sound like a dick right now? I think I do.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
you do. Be nice.
I am nice. Thank you for wait. So these people, hold on. Let me wrap my head around this so I don't seem like a dick.
They gave him a scholarship.
Oh, these people give you scholarships, like the students
Yeah,
or the
it's
money,
not just like one.
or do they give money to the college?
It's kind of a combination of both because this wasn't just for like one. It's like scholarship donors from like hundreds of different scholarships were there, and like that was the university's way of thanking them with that banquet.
I don't really care.
And
I don't think they.
if you're
Sorry.
and then like the students who are receiving that are supposed to go and just make an appearance, shake hands, bit like that.
Okay, I can get behind. I don't know. I don't like. I don't. I don't. I thought it was just like the people that donated money to the college. And
No, it's not just like
Okay.
boosters.
I
It
thought it was
sounds
like-
like it's
That's what it sounded like to
Nah.
me. Okay, I got the wrong idea. Okay, it was just people that gave y'all. That's sorry. I thought it was like the college was like
Yeah.
forcing y'all to like go and like
No.
be like, oh, thank you, sponsors
Go
from
and
the college.
bootleg
That's
for-
what.
yeah.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought they were doing. I didn't know it
No.
was like people that like just gave random students money. That. Sorry.
Yeah, that's like completely optional on their end. Like to set like most of them were like memorial scholarships.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I retract my statement. I
So
apologize.
yeah, they were just it's all good. I don't. Hey man, they had the food there was so damn good, so
What'd you
it
have?
was worth it. It was pork, like some kind of pork roast. I just don't know like what you'd call it, but it's just like these big massive slabs of pork. So
Okay.
uh, that and then just typical like mashed potatoes, beans. It was really good though. The meat was, but so the food was all good all around. So I'm just glad that I went.
Awesome. Yeah. You know what they say? Meat and balls. You two love meat
Colby's
and
favorite.
balls.
I do love meat. I like meat a lot. All right.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
Alex, let me hear what you did since you didn't see Red One.
I kept it pretty chill
Oh.
this week. I've been playing a lot of 2K online, so that's fun. A lot of work in this week. Worked a ton. Had a lot of homework this week. It's around that time where you start turning in your assignments, finishing up.
Yep.
That was rough. I cranked out a 5-page essay in an hour and a half on Saturday, so that was
Wow.
sick.
Damn.
Yeah, I might be the best essay writer of all time. I know I've said this before. I'm just restating what is a widely known fact.
I don't know, but I think. I'm
But
pretty
yeah,
good.
no,
I like.
I kept it
Do
pretty
you
chill.
still have to do? I'm just gonna ask. Do you still have to do like group projects at all for any of your classes?
Sometimes, yeah, it's
'Cause there's
pretty annoying.
one right now for one of my classes, and I don't understand why professors do that because it's like this is like 5 people per group. Then there's only like 2 people doing any of the work.
A
It's like what the
waste.
fuck?
Yeah, that seems stupid.
Yeah.
It's like you're paying for college. Why do I don't want to pay for group work? Like
Exactly.
I want you to teach me,
And I'm like-
me alone.
And it's like,
Yeah. And hey, I've done my parts on the project. I ain't doing anything else.
Yeah. I only care about
What I
my
hate-
grade.
is like they're like, oh, it'll teach you
Amen.
how to collaborate in the workforce, and it's like, no,
Bullshit.
collaborating in the
You don't-
workforce will teach me how to collaborate in the workforce.
Yeah.
Everything
And
is
if you
taught.
don't do your work, dude, and if you don't do your work in the real world, you're gonna get fired, and they're gonna
Yeah.
replace you with someone who will.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I think
I've done a million group projects, and it didn't make it any easier when I got to work and I was part of a
No.
bigger team.
I really don't think you need.
It never does.
I really don't think you need any training on like group work or like working with other people. I think that's just like that just comes from your parents. And if like, are you a decent enough person where like you're not selfish
Yeah.
and you're not an asshole? Like you sit
Yeah.
here. I'm in this group. I'll work with y'all because everyone's gonna work. Like that's like not being an asshole. I don't think you need to learn that in college.
Nope.
I think that's just I don't
My
know.
key takeaways are that My key takeaway is that, especially from group projects, is that some people are just lazy sacks of shit, even in college classes. So,
Yeah.
because I mean,
But I mean,
yeah, so it's
I
like, which I don't understand, because you're paying for these classes, so you're paying for a failing grade, but each their own, I guess.
Yeah, right.
I kind of get like
Hmm.
you want to like lighten the mood of the place, or like maybe you like give people like opportunities to like talk to each other. I don't know. I could see that, but it's just like
Hmm.
it seems like a lot of work for a lot of people that you know.
See, when
Yeah.
I do online classes, right? So when we have group projects, literally the only thing you can do is you say, "All right, I'm going to do this part, you're going to do this part, you're going to do this part."
Yeah,
And that's what you're supposed to do. But instead,
Yeah.
I do this part, they do half of this part, they never open up this part. So I go in there, do my part, and have to clean up the rest because
yeah,
people are lazy.
yeah. I
Yeah.
don't think there should be any group work on online stuff because that's so
There shouldn't.
there
It's
that
so annoying.
Exactly.
how can there be group? I think if you're gonna do group work, it's like okay, this is time during my lecture for y'all to like work, so I can like make sure everyone's like working,
Right.
or like I just think you can't do group work in college. I think in high school you can because you can give the kids like time, you know.
I think if
Hmm.
you do like a huge semester long project with the group and like that's essentially the class,
Yeah,
cool. But I think small group projects that are due like a week from that day are
I
ridiculous.
think it also
Right.
depends. It also
It's,
depends on like what classes you're taking. Because if you're going to like film school, I mean, of course you're gonna work with other people. I mean,
Yeah.
right.
um,
That makes sense.
but if I'm going to be a bank accountant, like, get the fuck away from me. Like, like,
When I was
I'm
at
not working with you.
Right. Like, what the hell?
when I was at School of Mines, we had a design class and we had a group that we'd it was a group of five that would be together and work on three huge projects over the semester.
Yeah,
And that was perfect,
Hmm.
because you're designing this stuff, you're finding a problem, you're bouncing ideas off of each other and finding the best way to solve that problem. And we did that three times a
Yeah.
semester. I mean, yeah, if we would do three projects a semester, it was awesome.
yeah.
And it wasn't just like, hey guys, make a presentation on lily pads,
Mm.
on make a slideshow. Just like, all right,
Yeah.
leave me alone. Never speak to me again if you're doing that.
I gotta say the slideshows that we were taught in school, they actually helped me in the Marine Corps because when you're like briefing and shit, like you have to learn how to make like
Really.
slideshows, and you're like talking through a presentation. So that helped me. The slideshows did help, I think, in high school. But I think what should be taught in high school is fucking Excel. You're gonna use that, bro.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
It don't matter where
dude.
you go. You're gonna use fucking Excel, bro.
Yeah. Every industry uses
companies
that, and it's
love
like
Excel, bro.
if you really know how to use Excel like really well, like you can make a living off of that alone. But it's
Dude,
like, yeah, because every industry uses it.
I remember I got a so I mean, I was in the Marine Corps. I was an infantryman. I mean, of course, I had a different job after my first deployment. Um, but I remember I
Hmm.
had to self teach myself Excel, and it was so fucking hard, bro. I was looking up YouTube videos. And I fucking there's so many buttons you have to press, and like for I don't know. Once you learn all like the
Yeah.
shortcuts or the hotkeys for Excel, it's fucking easy.
Equations.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
I like
Well, we had that class in high school with
that was like
what's your
computers,
face?
Mrs. That was Josie's mom, Miss Flatiger.
Yeah, yeah.
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 We had that class in high school, and that was pretty straightforward on what to do on
Dude,
Excel.
I don't remember anything from that class, dude, at all. All I remember is just yapping. I think she asked me to leave one day. I apologize. I was a shitty
You
student.
blew it, bro.
I was a horrible kid. Dude, can we just hold on 1 second? Speaking of teachers, I just want to issue out an apology to Mr. Sitterton, bro. I know we were
I
some,
don't.
I know we were some heathens, bro, in high school. He hated us,
Yeah.
but
Kind of work.
his wife and
He,
my
he
mom
was
are really good
fine.
Yeah.
friends. But his wife and my mom are really good friends, though. So
Oh,
I
that's
get
that librarian
I get
connection.
that
Okay.
I always got that slack
Mhm.
in high school. Everyone talk. uh, sorry. Okay.
Dude,
What,
shout out to Miss Sittern, bro. She was a great librarian.
she was, she was.
Yeah, she was.
Shout out to my mom. She's also a great librarian. I've
I
heard.
can't judge your mom on her librarian skills. I've
I have
never
yeah.
experienced
I
them.
apparently all the kids like her.
I presume they're great. I mean, just knowing
Yeah.
your mom, but I'm not gonna put out any definitive statements.
I mean, my mom could be a horrible librarian. I don't know.
Yeah, I
I've
don't
never seen
know.
her do her thing.
I doubt it, but who
She's
knows
she
really?
seems to like it. I mean, I don't know. We're talking about this. What else did you do this week, Alex?
That was really a very chill week. We're already about 20 minutes in, Colby, so why don't you give us your week?
Okay, I'll be fast. I didn't really do much. Last night I went to Dave and Buster's. It was $15, all you could play for an hour. You didn't get any tickets though. That sucked.
Damn.
But it was still fun though. I went with Joey. I went with Vallejo and his girl Summer, and then me and Cam went. And it was $15, and you get one card for two people. But the thing that sucked was, bro, you would tap the card, and then like you want to play with, I'd want to play with Cam. I'm like, here, Cam, tap the card, and it's like a cooldown on the card. Like, it's like a minute cooldown, and I'm like just sitting
Hell.
there, dude. And like some games, like you can't just wait a minute.
Yeah.
It just goes. But I remember at Dave and Buster's they have the new Halo. There's like a new Halo game,
Ooh.
and it's 4 players.
1 second, bro. I gotta address this. Why'd
go.
you apologize to your microphone?
I'd hit it. It was very expensive. I'm gonna.
You bumped in your. Oh, sorry. Like you ran into some guy on a sidewalk.
This is expensive, dude. This is an investment I've made in myself.
That's fair. You had to
Yeah,
apologize too. I was
dude,
curious.
I had to treat it right, okay? Because it's been treating me right. My last mic was awful. This mic is fantastic. I love it.
All right, Halo game.
Oh yeah, so they have the Halo. They have the new Halo game at Dave Buster's, like split screen, but it has 2 screens, and with the unlimited card, bro. So we figured it out. You could just every minute you could just keep swiping your cards. So I looked over, bro. Well, Summer figured that out, and I looked over, and she was doing it the entire time we were playing. She had like 10 or like 8 swipes in that motherfucker, dude. So she had like 10 lives. Like she could have beat the whole
insane.
campaign by herself.
No.
And we just didn't do it fast enough. But yeah, that was fun. We didn't win any prizes or nothing, but I still had a great time for $15. That was really cheap.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, great deal. They should honestly do that again. I would love that. What else? Oh, I have started a diet. I am in a caloric deficit. I have a limit of 1870 calories a day. Here, I'll show you the app I'm using. I got this from my friend Rod, Steven. It's My Net Diary. I haven't ate anything today yet, but
Ayo, no free clout.
what do you
Tell
mean?
them to sponsor us.
Oh, Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah. Please sponsor us. I am using you. Wait. But yeah, so I've been really just hating my life. I've I think yesterday was the first time in like 4 days I had like fish and chips, and I look at the menu. It was the only thing I had 933 calories left, and that was 930 calories. Like fuck it, I'll eat the fish and chips. I felt like shit after, but I've been eating like rice, like white rice with like rotisserie. I just grab a handful of rotisserie chicken and like canned tuna, and I'll put some Greek yogurt and like chili sauce and like mustard, and I'll just mix it up. And it's only like 700 calories. It's like a big ass bowl of just gross. Dude, it's
Yeah, well, I've had huge bowls of gross too before. I mean, I won't lie, but
Yeah.
sometimes they're good.
it's just no. The reason why I'm doing that is
Wait.
because it's low calorie.
Yeah, no, I get that, but sometimes a big bowl of gross isn't all that gross.
Yeah, sometimes. Or you
For
saying
Colby, as soon as you said chicken and rice, Colby, the first thing that came to mind is, remember randomly, I think it was like in middle school, you would just yell chicken and rice in like a screamo voice.
me?
You still do that? Yeah.
I don't remember this, bro. I was just such a
Random.
strange child.
Bro was a peculiar individual for
I
sure.
still am, bro. Oh,
He was.
I have a second piece to my diet. I'm also exercising again. So my issue is I kind of fell out of love with the gym. You know, I kind of got bored of just like, I'm sitting here and I'm just pushing this weight. I'm just sitting here in the same spot. And so one day I was just like, dude, fuck it. I'm taking my life back. Like I want to feel like good looking again. And I just started fucking shadow boxing in my living room, like my empty ass living room now. And honestly, I've just fallen in love with it, dude. Like I'm stretching for mobility so I can like kick higher and like and like I can swing out my punches a lot faster. Like I do it like at least once a day for like 45 minutes to an hour, and I'll do like shadow boxing, and then I'll do like burpees and like push-ups, and I'm so right now I'm working on like the stabilizer muscles you have. I'm working on
Sure.
I'm working on strengthening those. So I do like a lot of single-legged squats in the
Oh,
position,
okay.
and then I'll act like I'm weaving and I act like I'm weaving like punches on my leg and try to maintain my balance
Yeah.
as much. It's just, or like for my core, like I'll get in like a crunch position and then I'll like practice my weaving or head movement, Um, but I think when I get to Oki, I think I'm gonna like actually like try to get a membership into like a boxing gym. And if I get good
Yeah.
enough, I think I might try it. I think I really would like it.
I've heard boxing is like a really easy way to lose weight. It's not
Dude,
easy, but it's quick. Like,
I will tell you what, dude. I will work out. I will shadow box for 30 minutes and I will sweat more than I will like 2 hours in the gym.
dude, I did some boxing workouts at college in Colorado, man, and
Yeah.
I was dead, bro. I
Yeah.
was like,
And
why am I dying?
it's probably like fencing a lot for you, Derringer. Like you don't really realize
Yeah.
how tired you
It's,
are because you're just doing this. You're
yeah.
not thinking about how tired you're. You're
It's,
thinking about throwing your punches and like all that shit.
exactly. Like you'll be in a 10-minute bout. I mean, not even 10 minutes, like, because I think the longest you can go is 9. Yeah, longest you can go is 9 minutes. But anyways, like, and that's just like nonstop movement, cardio, like lunging and backing up, and it's kind of like you said, like that's a lot more exhausting at 9 minutes than like a two
Yeah.
hour workout
Like
or a 3 mile run. It's just yeah, because there's just so much compacted into those
uh,
few minutes.
like you could like you definitely probably won't get like you won't get massive and shit like that. I know that, but I think you would definitely be
Mhm.
at least cardiovascularly you'd be in a lot better shape. I think.
Dude,
Really
okay,
good
so
stamina.
Yeah.
stuff like that's why I like sport working out way more
I was about to
than
say that.
regular working
I was
out.
just about to say
Yeah.
that.
Because it keeps your mind so occupied. Like when you're on a basketball court, you're trying to think your next move ahead, but you're moving. Your body's still doing things. Like you're
Yeah.
in action, but you're not thinking like, oh, I gotta run. You're thinking, okay, I gotta get the ball here. I gotta flash to this spot, and probably how it is with fencing and boxing too. You're
Yeah.
thinking, okay, what's my next
Oh
move?
yeah.
Okay, how do I
Just constant
respond?
movement. The only yeah. In fencing, it's like the only time you're ever standing still is like when you're just waiting for the next like play to start,
Dang.
And
after
you're
someone's gotten a touch,
you're not. I
and that's
don't.
just a couple seconds.
That's
At least for
crazy.
me in basketball, I don't think like, ugh, I'm working out. I don't consider that at all.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, my body's moving, but it's because I need to win the game.
So I think for me, I picked up this shadow boxing thing. One, because yeah, I'm working out and it's fun, and two, I think it gives me a purpose.
Mm,
Because I think it's always good to learn how to defend yourself. Like I think that's always good trash. You may never use it, um,
Mhm.
but I think everyone should at least learn a little bit of basics of some sort of self defense. Um, and for me it's like it gives me purpose to like stretch. Like I need to I need to stretch my hips. I have horrible hips and I have horrible backs from the Marine Corps. Like my mobility is terrible, but now in my mind like I want to do the splits eventually. Like I've never been able to do that, and like I want to now just so I can kick higher. Like
yeah,
it makes. I think if you find a sport, if you don't like going to the gym and maybe you hate working out, just try to find a sport you like and just spam it. Like just keep doing
exactly.
it, and
Yeah,
then I think you'll eventually. At least
Yeah.
like if you do it at least 3 to 4 times a week and you keep your calories like somewhat manageable, you'll be a healthy person. And so I think that's an issue I'm trying to find in my life. Well, I'm trying to get down to my ideal weight. I'm trying to get down to 185 by April, so it's 45 pounds by April. Because I want to be sexy on my birthday, I guess. Um, and then at that point, I'm trying to find a nice, healthy balance in my life. But right now, I've been a deep downward spiral.
so like you were saying, Cole, for bigger guys, it's really easy to go into a calorie deficit. Like, so say you're a big guy, you love eating. Keep eating the same amount, then work out. That's your first step. That's your first step. You'll see a little bit of weight loss until you reach that equilibrium again,
Yeah,
where you're eating too much of a deficit for what your current needs are. Then just take a step away and then keep working out and then take a step away and then you'll get there. You don't. It doesn't have to be an insane jump.
So, my first time, or when I was like really, really in shape on ship, and I was super into fitness, and I knew everything, at the time, I guess. Uh, I don't think I took it. I don't think I lost weight the correct way. I lost weight. So I had a six pack. I remember I was at 220, which is like kind of where I am now, and I had a six. I had at least a four pack. Sometimes, like some days, like good days, like a showing six, like within 3 months. And that's just because I didn't eat and I worked out 3 times a
Yeah,
day, and
that's
I
bad beans.
and the thing is, I starved. I guess I starved myself, but I mean, I did look good in the end. But I think that was the unhealthy way of doing it. I don't want to do that again. Right now, I'm trying to
That
get my
is disordered eating.
yeah. I'm trying to show my body like here's calories. I'm giving you calories because right now I'm not hungry. I haven't eaten anything today at all, and I don't want to, but I need to eat. So I'm gonna force myself to eat just so my body knows there's calories coming in, so I can burn the
Mhm.
ones I have on my body. That's what I'm hoping it happens. Um, yeah,
Well, it's honestly as simple as this. You need so many calories a day to function.
yeah,
You want to eat less than that or eat more than that and work out so much that you're getting
yeah.
that you burn that off. So, I mean, it's really that simple. Just find out what you need to function. Try to get below that either by eating less or by working out and getting below that or both, you know?
I think you never just get one. I think it's all you're always gonna have a combination of both because just how life is. One someday you're gonna have to work out longer, or some days you're gonna have
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
you know.
exactly. So that's what I was saying before. So,
Yeah,
like, right now, someone may need 2,000 calories to function, and they're eating 2,100, and then they work out, and now they're in a deficit. But then they lose that weight, so now they only need 1,900 to function. So you're gonna have to eat less. It'll work out as you keep going, but yeah,
one
eventually you're gonna have to do both.
one thing that I think is super interesting. I don't know if y'all have ever experienced this, but have y'all ever like eaten very healthy for like 3 days straight? You know, and you're like, God, man, I feel kind of tired. I feel like shit, and you lose your energy. And like the third day, you feel a little bit better, and then like maybe a couple days later, you eat like something like a something maybe fried or something like not good, and you just feel like shit afterwards, dude.
Yeah,
I
bro.
think that for me that just shows me it just amazes me how quickly my body adapts to the good fuel that I'm giving it.
Yeah.
It's like for the first couple days it was exhausted because it has to get used to it, and then it adapted within 3 days to this new food, and then a couple days later I give it this shitty food and it's like okay here's shit, and you feel it.
Yeah, man. So I think it was
Yeah.
my sophomore year or my junior year, I was cutting weight after football to go to basketball.
Yeah,
And I was eating good. I was working out real good. I lost about 25 pounds. And then, every now and then I'd be like, I'm going to reward myself and eat like a stupid amount of pizza or something. And
yeah.
then afterward, I would just be like,
And you don't feel
this
good
is terrible.
if you
Like,
if you
it's
eat
not satisfying.
yeah, if you eat healthy enough for long enough, you just eventually stop wanting that bad stuff, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It
I
just
mean,
you could feel how bad it is for you. I don't know. When I was on ship, God, I mean, I mean, for 3 months straight, I was just eating rice and chicken, man. Like, that's all I'd eat is rice, chicken, like green beans, bro. And then I got off ship for like a couple days, and I had like a burger, bro. And I just remember I feel like I had to shit so much, dude. Like,
Oh,
well, it's like you taste it and you're like, that's pretty good stuff. Then you keep eating it and you're like,
this is
okay, I guess.
it
Like
feels like
that wasn't as special as
dude,
my
it's like,
brain hyped it up to be.
yeah,
yeah. And yeah, because whenever I was used to work in Alaska, it was kind of the same way because when we'd be working up at the camp, we had our own cook up there, but it wasn't like anything too fancy. Most of the time, just like meat and potatoes, pretty high calorie stuff because we'd all work long days, but uh, still like I guess somewhat healthy because we're pretty limited on what we could make up there, so you don't have a whole lot of like unhealthy or fried stuff. But then after working up there for 9, 10 days straight, you're like, oh, the first thing I want to do when I get to the ground is go to McDonald's because that's like the only fast food place there.
yeah.
And it sounds so good after being up there for so long, but then once you eat it, I'm like, this crap is like so unhealthy for you. And you just feel
Yeah.
so
It's
polluted, you know? And
it's
it's just
just
like,
not
yeah,
what you hype it up in your brain to be ever.
D- But
no.
I gotta say, sometimes restaurants just get the health food really wrong, bro. Like I went to the Broken Yolk, dude, and I had this omelet, and at first it was good. It had spinach in it. I'm not a huge spinach dude, but I can eat it, dude. I can fuck with it. It was like an egg and spinach omelet. Like, fuck it, I can eat this shit. And then they just like, and then I open it and I start eating it, and then there's this little black ball. I'm like, is that an olive? Like, that's kind of weird. Like, okay. And I tried. I was like, okay, I can deal with that. Like, olives are all right, you know, in my omelet. And then they put like, and then the deeper I go into it, there's like 40 fucking olives, bro, in my omelet. I'm like,
You got 40 black olives in
it
your
was called,
omelet, bro.
dude,
Hell,
it said, I guess it
Bro,
said olives at the,
accidentally ordered.
bro, I didn't even know it
Bro,
had olives in it, dog. I just
bro,
read it.
accidentally ordered the olive
It
omelet.
was awful, bro. I had to like scoop it out, and I was just so pissed. And then, dude, I made a TikTok about this yesterday. Y'all might have seen it, but I ordered a fucking that gross ass omelet. Well, the omelet was alright, but the fucking olives just ruined it. Like one or two would have been cool. Um, and then they gave me this fucking bowl of seasonal fruit, bro. Fresh. The label said fresh seasonal fruit. Why is my strawberry fucking brown, bro?
Uh,
Bro? Why is there like why is none of my fruit washed? Why is there like little hairy things on my fruit? Like I know that's what that like's on the fruit. What the fuck's up with restaurants and their fruit, bro? Every time I see Cam get it, I'm like, that looks fucking gross. And the grapes are always so soft and mushy, bro. And oh my god,
no.
restaurants just need to stop with the fresh seasonal fruit or get it the fuck right. That's
Or
my
get some chopped frozen fruit if you have to
dude.
have some.
I
yeah.
I mean,
something, but y'all's fresh seasonal fruit, bro. It's not fresh, and I don't even think it's in season. Okay, like just stop.
Bro, they don't give a
not
shit if
fresh
it's,
nor
don't give a
seasonal.
shit if it's fresh. They're just trying to
Yeah,
sell
they
you
don't.
shit, get it out of the door.
They don't. Dude, but I will tell you, if you ever look at the menu on IHOP, it tells you how they make their eggs or like their omelets. They put, they
But
put,
yeah,
they put heavy cream and pancake batter, a little bit of pancake batter in their eggs, and I tried it, bro.
That's
Wow.
perfect. It will solidify it a little bit,
Yeah, it
right?
makes
Like
them so it makes them bigger and
it's a
fluffy.
binder.
Yeah. And if you haven't done that, I would try it. Heavy cream and some like a dash of heavy cream and like pancake mix. Like if you have like a dash of pancake mix, and then
Okay,
dude, it
because
makes
I
them
mean,
real fluffy and white, or like not white, but like like that light yellow.
sometimes I have
yeah.
to wake up early to take Sterling to work when she goes at like 5 or 6,
Yeah.
and I have all this time before I go in. And every time I do it, I try to make an omelet, and I've successfully made an omelet once out of like
Really?
10 tries. I'm
Yeah.
really bad at it, man.
So
I don't know why. It just ends up scrambled eggs.
I don't. You gotta let it cook. That's the thing. You gotta let it. You gotta let it do its thing. But what I like to do is I don't like to use the spray. I use butter.
Mm,
I don't know if you use butter. I use butter and I spread it around, and then I get it really nice and
yeah.
hot. And then I'll make sure I want my eggs to be a little bit fluffier in the omelet, you know. So I put like a heavy cream in it, or like maybe even milk if I don't have any heavy cream. Um, and I just pour them in there, just let them sit, bro. You know. Or another way people do it is they take it and like they scrape it, and so they're putting all the older
Yeah.
stuff in the middle. So then they eventually fold it. Which you know what have y'all seen like the Japanese omelet?
Oh yeah, the Amaris
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
like the world's hardest
Yeah.
omelet to make. It's insane. Like you just take chopsticks and you constantly whisk it, and then they put it on a little bed of rice, and then they cut it open, and
Yeah.
oh my god, it looks so good. I can't.
Yeah.
I didn't try it when I was there. I don't know why. I need to. I'm going to.
I like a runny egg, so I bet
Oh, dude,
I'd enjoy it.
dude, I fucking dude, my fried eggs, bro, like just barely solidified, bro.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like a good runny egg.
Okay,
But
I can't get behind that. I'm sorry.
Let's get into what you wanted to talk to, Alex. So this is kind of a strange episode, but it's nice.
yeah, we're about a little over 35 minutes in.
Okay.
So I wanted to talk about, Moana 2 is coming out soon, right? And
Yeah.
I don't think it looks bad, really. I don't think it's just not particularly interesting.
I think it's gonna be bad, and I'll tell you why I think it's gonna be bad. If it was gonna be good, Disney would have marketed it a lot more, and it wouldn't be in theaters for just one day. You know, I think it's gonna be
So
a bad movie.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was bad, but let me tell you the problem.
Okay.
I grew up, we grew up 2000s.
Yeah.
Um the 2000s and late 90s, Disney was cranking out sequels to their famous princess movies, right? And they weren't
Yeah.
going to theaters, straight to video,
Yeah.
DVD, VHS, and you knew what you were getting. You knew it was going to be kind of bad, right? You knew Eddie Murphy wasn't going to come back for Mulan 2 when it's straight to DVD.
Mm,
Despite that, you pop that movie in and you enjoy it.
yeah.
Mulan 2 is my favorite Disney princess movie probably.
Really?
I love Mulan 2, man.
I've never even seen that.
It's pretty good. But yeah, you had movies like the Cinderella sequels, the Little Mermaid
Aladdin 2,
sequels,
bro.
Aladdin 2, Jafar's Revenge or something like that. It
Yeah.
was some nonsense.
It was really
But
weird.
you knew they were just going to be, one off, probably doesn't even make sense. And so they were good for what they were. But now they're putting movies up like Moana 2 in theaters, and they're not standing on it either. They're
Yeah.
not saying this is going to be a good movie. Go watch it. They're just kind of like
They're
it's happening.
it's like they're like okay with putting out trash now. It's like, oh, we're
Yeah.
big enough now. We could just throw out our scraps on the screen and people still go fucking watch
Right.
it. And
See,
they're
the thing
probably
is,
Yeah.
right, but that's just sad.
see the thing for the sequels back then is they were vehicles to give, some lesser known directors and writers and stuff and voice actors
Yeah.
some roles attached to a big name even though it wasn't going to be in the theater. So
Okay.
like Mr. on the come up no name gets to direct Mulan 2, and that's just another notch in his belt. Even though it's straight to DVD, it's a Disney movie, that's big.
Yeah.
So he gets to come up off of that. But now he's attached to Moana 2, and Moana 2 is going to the theaters, and it's gonna bomb. It's gonna flop. No one's gonna like it. Well, this is just an example, hypothetical.
Yeah.
And now his career is ruined
Yeah.
because he's always going to be attached to the flop instead of the straight to video Moana 2 that kids would have watched on Disney Plus or whatever and would have
Yeah.
been like, "Yay."
Yeah, I see what you mean. It doesn't give the directors, like new directors, any break, or like
Yeah,
really a
yeah.
chance if it flops. Cause
See, when it
yeah,
was straight to
Yeah.
video, nobody it was just like, "All right, here's your chance, buddy. Go work on this random Cinderella 3." And then they're
yeah,
like, "Nice." And it gave them a credit. And
yeah,
people knew what it was going to be. It's straight to video, Disney, DVD. It's going to sell all right.
dude.
And that's that.
They made Frozen 2, right?
All right, calm down. Calm down.
I don't remember anything. I don't remember if it was good or
I
not.
love Frozen 2. I love Frozen
Okay,
2, and that's probably what made them start doing this. But I think Frozen was special because Frozen 1 was so big in its own right
I
that
think it was Toy Story that made them start doing this.
Toy Story is Pixar.
I thought when did Disney start owning them? I forget.
They own them the whole time they've been putting out movies, but
Okay,
they're separate animation studios. Disney
okay.
Pixar is different than Disney Animation. Like the Disney princesses are not Pixar, and
Yeah, I know
uh,
that. I'm just
yeah,
okay.
they're technically different studios.
So okay, so Frozen and Moana are Disney, not Pixar. Okay.
Yes,
Sorry,
correct,
so now
correct.
I have to and I made a statement about Toy Story.
Toy
Okay,
Story 2.
Okay. So Moana 2 came out. So my issue is what I'm really trying to get to is like do you think it was enough like as much effort was put into it as the second one and love and attention or
No, so with Frozen 2, I think it was. I think they got people who cared about the story. And yeah, I'm a 23-year-old man talking about caring about the Frozen story.
yeah.
Whatever. But but I think they really put effort into it and made a good movie. And I'll tell you one thing they for sure put effort into is that score. Frozen 2 has an incredible score. The
Really?
music is just insane. But yeah, I think they really cared about Frozen 2 and wanted to further the story in a way that was meaningful and held true to the characters.
I don't remember.
I'm not seeing that with Moana 2.
No, I'm definitely not. I think there would have been more ads, and I would have known about it like a week before it came out. Like, it would have been
Yeah.
everywhere because the Moana was a huge hit. Like it was awesome.
It was
That was a great.
massive,
I love
yeah.
that movie. I thought it was a great movie. That movie almost makes me cry sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just very emotional and impactful movie. I just hope it's not ass. I mean, I'm not gonna go see it in theaters. I'll see it on Disney Plus when it comes out. I think it's going
I'll
to be trash
probably
though. I hope it's not because I think Moana deserve that. That was a great movie.
I'll probably see it in theaters. I have a subscription to the movie theater, so
Yeah.
gotta spend those
There
tickets.
was a movie coming out that I wanted to see. Fuck, I forgot what it was. Oh, Gladiator 2
Oh
is
yeah.
out. I really want to.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
actually, I don't know if another sequel, bro. I don't know. I haven't.
That one, it looks interesting. I
Who,
think Denzel is gonna
who's?
be awesome. Pedro Pascal.
Oh, he's playing the main character.
The the main character is Paul Mescal.
I don't know who that is.
He's an Irish actor. I don't know what else he's been in.
For some reason, I was thinking Tom Hardy. That is a very
No.
dude. Tom Hardy is a great actor. Though. I love Tom. Everything Tom Hardy's in, I like it. You know.
Yeah, he's great. I loved all the Venom movies. They were
Yeah.
quite enjoyable.
I just don't. I'm not thinking. Y'all, there's you see these movies you thinking of like you see.
I heard about the Gladiator 2 one. I mean, quite frankly, I don't know why they're making a sequel to a movie that came out like almost 25 years ago.
Out of
I thought it
ideas.
ended fine the way it was.
Yeah, I did.
I had no idea. Yeah, and then I had no idea they even made a second Moana. I never saw the first one, so
Yeah.
yeah, I have nothing to say about that.
Yeah, I figured Derringer didn't have much to say on Moana. If y'all haven't figured out
Yeah.
on the show yet, Derringer doesn't watch a lot of Disney movies, but it's okay. Derringer is a different entity than us. That's what keeps it interesting.
Any of them?
Yeah. I mean, I'll watch any movie at all ever. So, I mean,
Yeah.
and I do just enjoy animation a lot, whether it be kids animation or adult
Mhm.
animation.
Yeah. I'm waiting I'm waiting for November 26th to come out because the dub version. I know everyone's gonna get better because I'm watching dub. The dub version of Attack on Titan's coming out. I don't know why I'm talking about
That's
this.
fine, bro.
I like watch. I've watched. So I started watching it in dub, and I was like, I'm just gonna finish it in dub because I tried to watch some episodes in sub, but it was just throwing me. I couldn't get used to it.
The only time I watch in sub is when I'm really locked into it and they haven't released the dub yet. So, like this basketball one I watched, there was only one season dubbed, and I loved it.
Yeah.
So I just kept watching it sub. But
So
that's the only time I'll do
I
that.
watched My Hero Academia subbed. I didn't finish that.
You need to,
but-
bro.
Because I'm trying to watch Demon Slayer because it's on Netflix. My friend Elders is trying to get me on Demon Slayer. I can't. I don't know. I was watching it. The story I couldn't really get connected to it. I
I
think
don't,
Attack
I
on
don't
Titan
really like it.
is like the only anime that like I fucking love, bro. Like I don't know. I don't know why I'm
Full
starting.
Metal
Sorry.
Alchemist Brotherhood. Check that out.
I may have to.
I think it's kind of a similar vibe.
Oh, I do like Baki though. I like Baki a lot.
Of course you do, bro.
Baki's sick,
I hate
bro.
that stupid show.
Why is it stupid?
Bro, because he'll look into the camera and flex for like 10 minutes.
It's sick,
and then,
bro. It's
and
so
then you'll
sick,
see all of his muscles and veins.
Dude, you're just
and
mad, bro.
Get this out of my face.
Dude, that's Sigma Maxing, bro. I'm Sigma Max. Dude, you don't get it. That's some.
I hate Baki, bro.
I strive to be like one of those men, bro. They just kill each other for fun. Dude, God. If you haven't seen Baki, go watch some episodes of Baki. I couldn't finish
don't
it.
watch anything.
It got weird because so he's a teenage kid, and in the show he like gets his like biggest power upgrade after he has sex with his teenage girlfriend. I think it's very strange. I stopped watching it kind of after that. A couple episodes I just started dwindling. I was like, okay, this is kind of weird now. But before the whole weird sex power came into play, it was a great episode, great anime.
So I want to talk about this
What's that?
right here. This is Batman Hush.
What's that?
Okay.
So DC started doing this new thing called Compact Comics. So
Okay.
this is a whole.
Mhm.
This is the size of like a regular book, 5 by 9.
Yeah.
Uh, $10, and you get a whole storyline. Like you get all of the comics in the Batman Hush storyline, which is
Really?
like, let's see,
That's pretty cool.
there's a decent amount of there's like 9 or 10 like issues in here, and it was only $10.
That's
And
pretty
if you
sick.
would have bought it as it was coming out, you're
Yeah.
probably paying $3 per issue.
Yeah.
So it's a great deal. I have a couple other ones of these, and they're always $10 no matter what. And it's a whole storyline no matter what. Has anywhere from 8 to 15 comics in there,
That's
like
pretty cool.
issues. Yeah, I think it's really making comics a lot more accessible, because a lot of people, they want to read comics and they're like, where do I start? Obviously you can't start at the first Batman story because it's old,
Yeah.
it's not what you're looking for. They had a different vibe. So I think if you're trying to get into comics, I highly suggest DC Compact Comics. You can get them at Walmart, Target, Books a Million, anywhere you can get books, really. Oh, and full color pages.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that
Nice.
does look really good though. Wow.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, it's really cool.
I've never been really into. I don't think I've ever tried to read a graphic novel, so I really can't say anything about it. I'm not like opposed to it. It's just never really piqued my interest, or like comic books.
Oh, I love comics.
I could see how it would for some people. Um, I don't know. I just never really. I guess I never really gave it an effort. Maybe I should.
That makes sense. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think if you go look for some of these compact comics, there's a couple Batman ones out. There's a Superman one.
Dude, if they have a
Uh,
Hellboy one. Oh wait, Hellboy's Marvel. My bad. Shit.
Hellboy is something else. I think he's like Dark Horse or something.
Thank you everybody so much for watching. Sorry,
Okay,
it's been kind
yeah.
of a weird episode. We're also kind of spread thin in different areas that y'all don't know yet.
Yeah.
Projects in the works. We're all just kind of losing our mind right now. But hopefully there'll be a really special episode of the Plethora Show coming out. Maybe around Christmas time. We'll see if we can maybe do like a game show or something.
Yeah, we might be getting Holly and Jolly.
Yep.
So
So we'll see.
Hmm.
We'll have to hopefully do a couple of in-person episodes of the Plethora Show. That'd be awesome. But yeah, everybody make sure to like and subscribe. The channel is not growing, but that's okay. We're gonna eventually one day it'll get there. We're just gonna keep posting until it does. But yeah, all right, that's been my piece. Oh, I've also made an Instagram. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. It's just MagicFinger1942. Follow Alex. Follow Derringer. All of us.
I got books coming. Hope you like
Yeah.
samurais.
You're gonna get them. You're gonna pay for them. If you watch the
Yes,
video all the way
sir.
through, you just basically have to. You sign a contract. All right, see y'all.